Hey learner, this is Nilesh Borate. Welcome back. I hope you are really excited. So in this section, we are going to be creating the login functionalities of the CMS. So it is going to be great. So here we open the index.php file in your browser. So see here, this one. Okay, so see here in this browser, this is the index.php file. Okay, so we are going to be logging in this right side. So we are going to be process the form, check the database for the users or the passwords, and then depending on that we are going to redirect the users to the admin or redirect them back to the index page. Okay, depending on your username and password. So we are creating the sidebar on right side of your the dashboard. So here going to this bracket editor. Okay, so see here, this is your the includes folder. Okay, this one in this user section. So this is a file sidebar.php. Okay, so here we open this file. So by using this file, we building the login form that we need. Okay, so after the block search div tag, so this one, this is the block search tag. So this tag is closed here. Okay, so we copy paste this tag, so we copy paste this comment to this div tag. Okay, here, so we change the name. So this form is that the login form. Okay, simultaneously here we run this form. So we test here index.php. See here, block search. So this next one, this is the block search. So now we change this design into the login form. Okay, so again going to this bracket editor. So we change the label name as well as we add the some input field. Okay, so again going to this sidebar.php. So this is a div class well. So here we change the heading. So heading name is that the login. Okay, then form action. So here we add the one more file in includes directory. So your file name is that login.php file. Okay, so this is your the action file, method equal to post. So here we add the one more div class, copy paste this one here, change this div tag. Okay, so this div class equal to, this is the form group, and inside this div we add the one input field. So we copy paste this input text box, this one, copy here. So input type equal to text, name equal to username. So class equal to form control. Okay, and here we add the one placeholder. So placeholder name is that the enter username. So save these changes. See here, this is the placeholder. So this placeholder name is display inner of this text box. So when you click on this text field, this placeholder name is automatically gone. So they just indicate that what the text box represent. Okay, so here we run the again index.php file. So see here, by using the CSS effect, this is the enter username. Okay, and this is your the second, this so here we change the second text box as a password. So again going to this box, again this is the sidebar.php file. So this is the second div. Okay, so here input type equal to text. So instead of text we use the password, then name equal to password, then class equal to form control. Again here we give the placeholder, so enter password. Okay, and inside this span here we use the one button class equal to, so this is a default, not a default, so here we change, this is your primary button, so name equal to submit, type equal to submit, so we change the name is that the login, type equal to submit. Okay, so here we give the name is that, so we remove this the span inside this, so instead of this span we give the one name of this button, so button name is that login. So save these changes, we test here the index.php file, see here, now this is perfect, username, password, and this is your the login button. Okay, so here we design this the login form, this is the username, this is the password. Okay, so if you click on this login button, then see here you redirect on this login.php file. Now we create the login.php file inside this include folder. So again going to this bracket editor, so inside this include we create a new file, so file name is that the login.php. Okay, so here we add the one PHP script, so first we include the db.php file, this is the database configuration file, then we check here each set function, so by using this $_post. Okay, so if you click on this login button, then you are going to this if section. Okay, so here we test here you are in login or not, so just here for testing purpose we give the one message it works. So save these changes, again we run the index.php file, so click on this login button, see it works. Okay, now we get the username and password and store into the variable in this program. So inside this if section we use the two variables, first one is that the username $_post, so your text box name is that the username, same here we get the password and stored into this variable, this is the password. I think you remember that there is a SQL injection video I have already posted in some earlier section. I also give this video link in this description section. Okay, so by using this SQL injection we use the two built-in functions for the extra characters, for example comma, parentheses. Okay, they can easily get that types of characters and insert it into database table. So here we use the function username equal to mysqli underscore real underscore escape underscore string, this function. So here we pass the connection and this is the username. Okay, and this modification username is also stored in the same variable. Okay, we apply same function on this password. So your next variable is that the password is equal to, this is the connection and this is the password. Okay, now here we give the one query, select all from or the star from users where username is equal to this username. Okay, so we test the username in your database by using the while loop. So first we execute this query by using the mysqli underscore query function. So pass here the connection as well as the query. Okay, so if the result has failed, then they give the sum or display the sum die or the error message query failed, and here we pass the MySQLi error message. This is the connection. Okay, so if your query has the successfully executed, then it is going to this while loop. So we get the result by using the row by row. So we use the function MySQLi fetch associate. By using this associated array, we get the result by using the row by row. Okay, so see here in this phpMyAdmin section, this is the users table. Okay, see user ID, username, password, first name, last name, email ID, image, role, and the rand sort. These are the different columns. Okay, so we get the sum of these columns and store into the variables. See here, first one is that the user ID. So we get the ID by using the column name user underscore ID. Similarly, we copy paste some more times. So this is the another variable. For example, this is the user name. Okay, so this is also the username variable. So here we change, this is the db underscore username. This is the database username. Okay, same here the user underscore password, then user underscore first name, user underscore last name, and the user underscore role. Okay, so only this variable here we change the variable name because username variable is already exist in this script. So here we pass the column name. So column name is that the username, then this is the user underscore password, this is the user underscore first name, last name, and this is the user underscore role. So after closing this while loop, so here we use the one if condition. So your input field username and your the database name username, if it is match, and your input field password and your database password. Okay, so both are the same. Then you are going to this if. Okay, and in this if you redirect to this admin index.php file. So here we use the location and we use the parent folder. So here we are in parent directory, going to this admin folder, and you redirect to this index.php file. Otherwise you are still in a current page. So this is a default index.php file. Okay, so first we test that code, then we proceed the further. So save these changes. Now here we again run this index.php file. Okay, so see here in this user section, so username is that the Neil and the password is that the 1234. So here we test that Neil 1234, click on this login. See here, this is the error, server is overloaded, or the other was error in the CGI script. I think there is some issue in this login.php file. So we run this the file separately, login.php file. So here we give the one message, it works. Okay, now we test again. So again going to this login.php file. So in this login file, oh, I think this is, there is no semicolon here. So this file is separately in a script, and here we again start the new script. Okay, fine. So sorry about that. Here this is the equal. So this username is equal to username, database username, and this is the input box password is equal to test box password. So sorry about that. This is my typing mistake. I forget about that. Okay, so save these changes. So we remove this space. So instead of this header, we just give the echo message for testing purpose. Success or fail. See here, what is the changes here? Now here we test this code, index.php file. Again see here, Neil 1234 login. Oh, it's success. I think the problem is that the header function. Okay, so copy this header function here. See, this header function is in a single quote. Okay, and now here admin index.php, we remove this success, remove this one. Same here, we use this the header function and pass here the index.php file. Okay, so save these changes. Again we test this code, run the index.php file. See here, Neil 1234 login. Again there is some error. So see here, I think there is no need to call the index.php file. Okay, so we directly call here the index.php file because you are in user section, and here, okay, so we test here text.php. See here, again we run this login.php file, index.php file. So Neil 1234, finally you are in admin index.php file. So this is the mistake of our application. Okay, so this is not a fault of a single quote, double quote. This is the fault of this slash. Give the slash here. Okay, if you pass the invalid username and password, then see here again. So for example, this is the invalid username and password. If you click on this login, okay, so now it works. If you pass the invalid user which are not exist in your database table, then they are not going to this while loop. So outside while there is no code, nothing here. Okay, so for that reason here we use the one flag variable. So see here, we declare the flag equal to 0. So if this is the invalid user, so after this while loop here, okay, if it is valid user, so we are in if. Okay, so if you are in if section, then here we set the flag equal to 1 and you are redirect to this index.php file. Okay, but this is the invalid user, then check here, if flag is equal to 0, then you are called to this index.php file. Okay, now save these changes. So this is a dollar flag. Okay, dollar flag equal to 0, and here we check the dollar flag. Save these changes. See, syntax error 29. Okay, this one. Okay, so there is one extra bracket. Okay, save these changes. Fine. Now this is the index.php file. Okay, Now again we run this index.php file. See here, this is the Neil and 1 2 3 4 login. You are in admin dashboard. Again going to this site. This is the invalid username and password. See here. Now you are in a index.php file. Perfect. Okay.